So you think you can't meditate. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mystical Mastery Mondays with me, Vic, your favorite meditation and self awareness strategist. And today, I'm going to get into why do we think that we can't meditate, or why do we think, that we're not having great meditations, and really what is the reason behind those thoughts, right? And I can tell you that I've been there many times, and I've had a lot of clients and many people asking me this question over and over again. And for whoever's on the call, and even if you're watching the replay, if you've been there before, if you catch yourself, if you're a meditator, but you catch yourself judging if your meditation was good enough or not as good as the last one you did, or if you're new to meditation and you just think you can't meditate, or you can't get to that point of relaxation, if you've been there, leave me a comment. Thank you, Yoli. Good to see you over here. And so why is that, right? Why do we fall into these thought processes? Well, one, especially for people who are new to meditation, it's like taking your brain to the gym, right? If you go to the gym, you work out, you got to keep building. And in the same way, you got to keep building that meditation skill. You're building your mental capacities. And so, yeah, maybe in the first few times you meditate, it's not going to be easy to kind of get into that space. And so, I'm here to tell you, like, keep at it. Sit, if you're doing a 5-minute meditation and you don't think you're really getting anywhere, sit for longer, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. Challenge yourself a little bit. And if you meditated one day, meditate the next day as well. Don't leave it for like a once a week kind of thing. Or, if you can, the more often you do it, the more you're going to be able to see results. Just like when you exercise or when you work out your body, in the same way, meditation is a progressive process. So the more you do it, the more you're building that muscle, the more you're building that skill. So don't just judge it from 1 or 2 sessions and back away. Um, the second point I want to say is I call meditation a mental filtration system. So what does that mean? So as we're living our lives and we're having experiences, we're accumulating emotions, right? And thoughts and emotions, from every experience. And these emotions, these thoughts, they need to be processed. They're actually stored in your energy. And so a lot of times also, if you're new to meditating, or if you've been an experienced meditator and you have these things coming up, hey, what's up, Manisha? Nice to see you. And so when you're sitting there and you're just feeling like you're thinking too much and you're not able to get out of it, that is those thoughts and emotions actually filtering out of you. It's actually being released. Many times in meditation, you may come up against you may come up against yourself. You may come up against uh, an emotion, right? That'll come up, and you might cry, or you might experience sensations. And so the thing is to let yourself go there. A lot of times, especially if you're new, you're cutting it short. You're not getting the effect that you think you're supposed to get. And if you just allow yourself to sit in that, and I get that it's uncomfortable initially, or even when you're in emotion. I've meditated for years. It still happens to me sometimes that I'll be in a meditation and I just can't get there. And a lot of times it's because I have these thoughts and emotions rising up that need to be filtered out. And so meditation, even though it may not seem like this meditation was, like one of your best meditations, there's things still happening there. It's filtering out. And something, Dr. Joe Dispenza, a neuroscientist, I've been to a bunch of his workshops. One thing I heard him say once was that there's no such thing as a bad meditation. There's no such thing. And and so when we're judging, we're really coming from our analytical mind, and we're not really considering what else might be happening. We're just thinking, oh, that didn't feel as good as the last one. But if there is no such thing as a bad meditation. You know, you don't know chemically what's happening in your brain. You're not understanding to what level you're releasing things that that have been stored. So there's no such thing as a bad meditation. And when I learned this, right, when I learned this and started really practicing, you know, catching myself when I start judging, and I'm like, I don't know what happened. I know I did it. I sat there, I showed up to meditate, and I did it. I lasted the time, and if I did that, that was enough. I just knew that as long as I showed up, it was enough to take me to the next level, to the next step of my meditation journey. And I can tell you that, you know, years later, you know, I come up against those things now too, but the more and more I do it, the more experiences I have in, you know, including mystical type of experiences, to really just like getting to that calmness, getting to that relaxation. And that muscle I've built, this meditation muscle, more often than not, I am successful in reaching that relaxation. And so it's something to just keep at, right? It's a practice. It's something you do all the time. So, you know, if you feel like you can't meditate, you don't know how to meditate, or you think you're not having your best meditations, you know, I say think again, because remember, like one, this is a workout for your brain, right? You're building a muscle, right? And two, there's a there's things that are filtering out of you. It's a mental filtration system, and those things being filtered out are these thoughts and emotions that are coming out of you. So allow them to come, allow them to be expressed. If you need to cry or whatever comes up for you, allow yourself to go there. And the last thing is there's no such thing as a bad meditation. So that part of your mind that's judging on like how well or whatever your meditation was, turn that voice down, turn that volume down, and don't listen to that voice anymore, because it's not true. All right. If you feel this message, if you resonated, if this sounded like you, and if you found this helpful, please drop a comment in the comment section, or an emoji, so I know that what I am saying, what I'm expressing to you, is in fact helping, because that's what I'm here to do. Let's see, looks like we got a comment here. Manisha says, yes, so true. Meditation is about observing our human experience, which isn't always the most pleasant. Yes, exactly. It's taking you from really identifying with your experience and personalizing everything, to shifting yourself to the observer, right? You want to become the observer of your experiences. You want to become the observer of your thoughts and emotions. You don't want to be the one that is thinking the thoughts and that is feeling the emotions. And there's like a separation there. And that happens, you really understand that the more you meditate. And hey, Rosie, glad to see your emoji. Glad to see you guys here. I'm glad this was helpful for you. And again, if you're watching on the replay, make sure you drop a comment or an emoji for me as well, so I know that these lessons are working. All right. So thanks a lot, everybody. Again, my name is Vic. I'm a meditation and self-awareness strategist, and I'm here to remind you to be here right now, where depression and anxiety cannot exist. Thank you very much, and have a great week. I'll be back next Monday for the next episode of Mystical Mastery Mondays. Later, y'all.